So Killing Floor 2's Spring Update 2021 called Dystopia Devastation has just launched for Xbox, PlayStation, EGS, and Steam, and I thought I'd do a quick video here detailing all the different gameplay changes and all the different builds and different weapon combinations that this new update has added to the game. Hey guys, this is Chris with B&B Gaming. Welcome back, and I hope you're doing awesome today. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and if you're new here and you're interested in Killing Floor 2, and hopefully Killing Floor 3 pretty quick here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I cover all the Killing Floor content and actually do some Maneater once in a while too as well. Anyways, guys, to start with, for the new players, I like to go over some XP tips to make sure you're getting the most XP from your gameplay. And I actually put in chapters in here so you can, skip ahead if you already know all this stuff. To start with, number one, use your perk weapons. So you'll see at the trader your perks icon. Under that icon, all those weapons are your perk weapons, and you're going to receive XP from those kills and assists. And speaking of assists, number two here is, in Killing Floor 2, you get just as much XP for an assist as you do for a kill. So a good idea here is to use weapons that get you lots of assists. So for example, for Demolitionists, I like to use the M79, which has a huge blast radius. And along with that, fire weapons that lay down damage over time, that stay on the ground, really powerful for assists as well. And along with your weapons, you also want to make sure you're throwing your grenades. One thing I like to do is I'll throw a grenade every time I reload, and what it does is it keeps the Zeds off me while I'm reloading, and it also gets me lots of assists and some kills. Tip number three is you want to get at least one hit on the boss to count for the boss kill. The reason why is 20% of your match XP in Killing Floor 2 is from the boss kill. So even if you die and you get a couple shots on the boss, you'll get that bonus XP if your team manages to kill the boss. An auxiliary tip to that is you want to make sure you're playing on a difficulty that allows you to beat the boss. So if you're just a new player and you're struggling to beat the boss, a good idea might be just to drop the difficulty down until you can consistently beat the boss. The first thing I think you guys should know about is the Armory Season Pass. And full disclosure, I'm not sponsored by Tripwire, or this video isn't, or whatever. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I think it's actually a really good deal for the community, and Tripwire, in my opinion, is moving in a far better direction here. Well, anyways, with the Armory Season Pass, basically what it is it's a season pass. So the 2021 version of the Armory Season Pass is going to give you all the planned weapon DLC for 2021. Now for me on Xbox, I think last year I ended up paying, if my math is right, like 40 or 50 bucks to get all the weapon DLC. And since the Armory Season Pass is $30, I like to save money, so it's a no-brainer for me. Now that's for me since I own all the DLC. But if you don't own all the Killing Floor 2 weapon DLC, it's an even better deal for you, because with the 2021 Armory Season Pass, you get all of the previously released weapon DLC. So I'm not sure about the Road Redeemer, but I know all the other weapon DLC, you get it with this Armory Season Pass. So I think it's a phenomenal deal for the community. As far as the new map goes, we have Dystopia 2029, which is a community map they made official. Now with Dystopia 2029, it's compatible with Survival, Weekly, and Endless Game modes. And with the Spring Update, we also have seasonal objectives where we can earn the Cyborg Companion Backpack, which I've actually seen on a couple different players. It looks really awesome. So with this, we have 3 new achievements. The first one is Ignorance is Strength. Complete Dystopia 2029 on Survival, Hard, or higher difficulty. I think I can do that one. And then we have Like Tears in Rain. Find all the collectibles on Dystopia 2029. Now it says all the collectibles, and from what I understand here, there's like 29 or 30 of them on the map. Generally speaking, you only need to get like 15 of them. And what's cool about it, at least on console, is if someone in your game lobby gets it, then everybody on the team gets it. So I don't think I've ever done any of these collectibles, and I've always gotten the achievements. So yeah. Anyways, the final achievement here is Big Brother is watching you. Complete Dystopia 2029 on Survival Hell on Earth difficulty. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that one. Now, the major focus of this new update are the two new weekly game modes. The first one we have is Bloodthirst. Here it says a health drain debuff is constantly harms all players during the waves, unless there are less than 5 Zeds alive. Another aspect of this weekly is killing enemies or making assists regenerates a portion of the player's health. Other healing methods like syringes or medic weapons are deactivated. And finally, killing Skrakes, Flesh Pounds, or Quarter Pounds will grant the Hellish Rage skill, which increases damage and speed boost, plus additional burning damage. And this is the buff from Hellmark Station that they added to Bloodthirst. And you're probably wondering, how much of a buff do we actually get from this? Is it worth going for? According to the Killing Floor 2 wiki, and a shout out to whoever the people are who maintain this, I know it's a thankless job, but I'm thanking you because you're an awesome part of the community, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to update this. Well, anyways, with Hellish Rage, or the obelisk buff you get on Hellmark Station, it says global extra damage bonus equals 50%, so you're doing 150% damage, and you also get an extra movement speed buff of 25%. In addition, any attack that you do on a Zed will apply or fire damage over time of 50 points per tick, and that fire damage will last up to 3 seconds. And they go on and say that essentially the fire damage isn't instant, it's something that is applied over time, so you're not just hitting them and instant fire. It's, I don't know, there must be like a delay or something. So I haven't tried Bloodthirst yet, but I'm thinking just as a player, like Husk Cannon or Helios Rifle or Microwave Gun would be really powerful with this buff. The second new weekly they added is called Coliseum. So with Coliseum, it's Berserkers only, and Berserkers can only use melee weapons. Another aspect of Coliseum is that Zed time rate is increased, and SWAT's level 25 skill Battering Ram is added to every player. And if you're unfamiliar with Battering Ram, and I generally don't use it either, basically it allows you just to run through Zeds. Along with that, Coliseum also adds in more Gore Fasts and Quarter Pounds into the mix. And you're probably thinking, what are the best melee weapons to deal with these different, large Zeds? Anyways, for Flesh Pounds, the Pulverizer and also the Bone Crusher work really well. And for Skrakes, the Static Strikers and also Katana, I believe level 3 or level 4, they're saying works really well. As far as new perk skill changes, for Berserker, they increased the Dreadnought health bonus from 75% to 100%, so instead of 175 health, you're going to have 200 health. And for the Berserker's resistance skill, all damage resistance has been increased from 20 to 25%, and the additional resistance to poison and sonic damage has been increased from 20 to 25%. So you're probably thinking, what weapons are going to take advantage of this? So if you're just running Dreadnought and Vampire, generally speaking, I don't run these two because I like the damage boost. But, I have run it where I've run Dreadnought, Vampire, and then run Berserker Raid, and it's actually really useful if you're doing stand your ground or you're blocking for your team as far as just absorbing damage. And what really works well is if you're running this kind of build and you have a field medic on your team that's actually throwing health grenades on you or healing you, it actually works really well. Now for the field medic, they improved one of my favorite skills, Resilience. Here they increased the max amount of resistance from 50% to 60%. And if you've never run Resilience before, it's one of the best skills in the game because you can just take a beating with this. You don't get the automatic healing from shooting darts at teammates, but you can just take a pounding. Finally, with Sharpshooter, they improved the level 25 skill, Ranger. Here they updated it in a way that any perk weapon will basically stun any Zed in Zed time. With weapons, they improved the SA-80, L-85, A2, Bullpup. Here they decreased the weight from 6 to 5, which essentially lets us carry it with the minigun and also the stoner, and they increased the damage as well and made it more expensive. Another weapon they improved or are messing with here. I'm, I'm a little sketchy about this because I love the freeze thrower. It's one of my favorite weapons on Survivalist. But the secondary fire is stronger and you don't use as much ammo. As far as benefits go, one of my favorite loadouts with Survivalist is running the freeze thrower with obviously Zed Shrapnel, but also Lockdown. Now I have been kind of messing around with it, just seeing if I like it on the boss wave or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The nice thing about it is on a boss wave, if they're just streaming in, all the trash is coming in, you can just spray that freeze thrower in Z time, just touch them with it and everything's stunned. And it just controls the whole stream of trash. Another weapon they improved are the dual 9mm pistols. So now the dual 9mm pistol will basically work with all of SWAT's skills, will work with support's tactical reload, so faster reload, will also work with sharpshooter's tactical reload, demolitionist tactical reload, also commando's tactical reload, commando's prepared skill, and also commando's machine gunner and tactician skill. So basically try out dual pistols with the SWAT and commando, they should be quite a bit better. And if you're running dual pistols on support, sharpshooter, demolitionist, you're going to get a faster reload if you have that skill equipped on your perk. Finally, with the new weapons, we have the HRG Beluga Beat. I did play with this weapon a little bit yesterday, and I got wrecked with it at first, but once I got a feel for it, it felt really good. It's a really good weapon. I think, the trade-off here is you're going to be able to, kill trash and even medium-sized Zeds, but I found it to struggle when the big boys started coming in because, I got wrecked. As far as builds go, obviously you can run all damage, direct damage with sharpshooter, or you can choose to be more fast firing with it and I guess control smaller Zeds, medium Zeds, and run for your life when the big boys come in. With Survivalist, I want to try this out again with Zed Shrapnel and also Lockdown to see how powerful this could be. And finally, the new paid weapon DLC, the Gravity Imploder, which is a new grenade launcher for the Demolitionist. This description says it is a tier 5 grenade launcher that offers strong damage and crowd control capabilities. The default projectiles create an implosion that damages every surrounding enemy with no fall off. Alt projectiles detonate after a short time, creating a singularity that attracts all enemies, and then a gravity wave that knocks them down. So I did get to try this weapon a little bit yesterday, maybe half an hour, just to see how it is, and I'm curious to try this out with the different demolitionist skills. One thing I want to try out here is sonic resistance versus fragmentation rounds. Are the sirens a big enough pain where they're, mitigating your damage with this weapon or effectiveness? Are we going to want to run sonic resistance instead to protect against that? Or are the fragmentation rounds going to give us such a massive gravity well there's no way I'm taking it off? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. And again, I did try it out, and one of my favorite things is actually shooting bloats with the primary fire because it makes them explode. I really hate those guys. I've been playing a lot of Berserker lately, and they are a major pain in my backside. I'm tired of them puking on me, so it feels good getting a little revenge on them. Now with Survivalist, one skill I would recommend running with this is the Make Things Go Boom. What I found when I was playing with this weapon is, and I was trying out Dystopia 2029, and I'm not quite used to that map yet, so they were just swarming me like crazy, and I'd turn around and I'd fire, and I'd just be hitting myself with those implosions all the time. Well, with Make Things Go Boom, all explosive self-damage is reduced by 40%, so I found it to be useful. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. What are your favorite new things in this update? Let me know what you think. For me, I'm really excited about getting in and playing with these two new weapons tonight. The Gravity Implosion, again, I thought was really, really fun. I just want to get used to it, see what it does, what it doesn't do. I think it could be really powerful with the Survivalist, especially with Lockdown, Z Explosion. I want to try out Make Things Go Boom.